Hello everyone, welcome to the video today. So we are going to be testing out boutique guitar picks. Now I've spent about $150 on guitar picks. Everything from a pick made of mother of pearl, and we even have a pick made out of natural wool. So we're going to put it to the test today to see if these actually affect the tone of the guitar as much as they say they do, or if I just completely wasted all my money. Okay, so without further ado, let's start with the most exotic pick that we have, the Fender Medium. We're just going to start here to see what a normal celluloid pick sounds like, and then we're going to work into the exotic ones. As you probably guessed, sounds like a normal pick, nothing too exciting. Let's get to our first exotic pick, starting with this leather pick here. Now they're meant to have a warm tone and mimic the feeling of using your fingers, which I can sort of see. It actually feels like a callus almost. Honestly, a pretty interesting sound, and I get what they mean. You can't really hear the attack of the pick. It didn't sound as warm as I was expecting, but I could see how this would be really useful on the bass. Next pick we're looking at is this Jazz 3 from Timbertones, which is made out of Zebrawood. This pick is made primarily for the acoustic guitar and is meant to provide bright tones and clarity to your playing. Overall, it definitely has some clarity to the playing. I would describe the sound more as warm compared to bright, but that's a pretty interesting pick. Okay, next up we're going to be testing the 0.2mm stainless steel picks from Dunlop. Now in terms of the tone, it is surprisingly clear, but it's a bit too bright for my liking. I don't know if I just can't get over the fact that it feels so bad, but I wasn't a fan of this one. Hello guys, brief interruption. So I'm editing the video at the moment. Do you guys hear much difference on the picks? I mean, not really, right? But a little bit there. They get more interesting, I promise, as we go. But here are a few picks that honestly just didn't really sound that different that I've cut from the video. So these are like more performance picks that actually feel really great to play with, but again, nothing interesting on the sound. Some tone woods and a nylon, which honestly sounded pretty bad. And then this like Australian branded Jazz 3 in the Petrucci, which sounded good, but was nothing that interesting. Anyway guys, the rest of the picks are pretty cool, and I'll do a compilation back to back of them at the end. Alright, back to the video. Next, we're going to be trying Timbertone's Black Horn pick. Now, these picks are actually made out of ox horns, so rip to those oxes. But it definitely has a unique feeling to it. It feels nothing like a pick I've ever played before. You know what? I think their description was pretty much dead on. That sounded really mellow and almost rounded. Overall, I was pretty surprised with this one. It actually sounded quite nice. Now next up, we're trying the Dunlop Primetone. Now these are sort of known as like the cheap man's blue chip. Now I actually was going to order a blue chip for this video, but I'm in Australia and I don't want to wait like 6 weeks for a $100 guitar pick. Nothing that stands out or is super unique like some of the other ones we've seen, but it does sound good with the acoustic guitar. Next we have the Timbertones Jazz 3 made from African black palm. Now I've never heard of that type of wood, but it says in the description it's meant to have a bright and raspy sound to it. Now, I don't know about raspy, but it definitely had that warm sound to it, But to be honest, I think these two pretty much sounded the same from Timbertone, so a nice interesting pick, but I couldn't really hear a difference between the two, to be honest. Okay, this next one is interesting. We have the Felt Tones Natural Wool Pick. This is meant to provide a warm tone for strumming, and it's used predominantly on the ukulele. Honestly, a really cool sound, and surprisingly it wasn't that hard to play with. Next we have the Jim Dunlop Graphite Pick. Now these are more known as durable picks, but they're meant to have a really strong attack to them. Nothing too unique from the tone of the pick, but it definitely has a bit more attack to it. And I mean, this thing is a brick, so I mean, next time I'm playing through some periphery riffs or something, this is gonna come in handy. Okay, and the most unique pick by far was this Timbertones pick made out of mother of pearl. Now from the description, they were pretty honest, as you can expect. It says a bright sound with a lot of attack and almost harsh in some areas. So let's see what this thing sounds like. So there was no false advertising at all, and in a way that is a unique sound, like an overly bright, almost harsh sounding pick. So overall, I don't think I'll use this pick much, but it's a cool one to sort of try out and have lying around. Alright guys, here's all 10 of them back to back. Okay guys, so do I feel like I wasted $150? Sort of and sort of not. I mean, maybe besides 2 or 3 of them, like the Felt Pick, there wasn't really that drastic of a sound difference, but it was a bit of fun, and I mean, they're cool to have lying around. Alright guys, that was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good week ahead. Like and subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you all in the next video guys. Have a good week.